Hello everyone. So in this lecture, I am going to start partial ordering. What partial ordering means? So write the definition. We can say that a relation that is capital R on a set capital S is called partial ordering, or we can say that partial order if it is what? If it is reflexive, comma, antisymmetric and transitive. Antisymmetric and transitive. So this one is important one. A relation capital R on a set S is called partial ordering or partial order if it is reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. Also we can say that a set capital S together with a partial ordering, together with partial ordering capital R is called a partially ordered set. Partially ordered set, or in we can say that it is also known as poset. Poset means, in short, it is known as poset. Poset means partially ordered set, and it is denoted by S comma R. Here we can say that S is a set and R is a partial ordering, isn't it? Partial ordering. And we can say that these two together are called, we can say that partially ordered set, and it is denoted by S comma R. Remember, R is a relation that is reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. That's why R is known as partial order, isn't it? R is partial order and S is a set, so both together are known as what? Poset. So let us take one example. Let's say, first example, let's say, show that the greater than or equal relation, that is the relation, that means greater than equals to relation, is a partial ordering on the set of integers, on the set of integers. That means yes, your set is given, that is, let's say, set is set of integers on relation is what? Greater than equals to. Now we need to prove whether this one is a partial order or not, poset or not. So we can say that for every integer, we can say that because a is greater than equals to a for every integer a. Yes or no? That's why we can say that therefore, yes, greater than equals to is reflexive, isn't it? Next one, we can say that if a is greater than equals to b, isn't it? Then we can say that b is not greater than equals to a. B is not greater than equals to a unless a equals to b, isn't it? That is allowed in the antisymmetric. So we can say that hence greater than equals to is also antisymmetric. Antisymmetric. And last one, you only tell me if a is greater than equals to b and b is greater than equals to c, then a is greater than equals to c or not? Yes, that's why we can say that this is transitive as well. For every a comma b comma c belongs to set of integer. Here also for every a comma b belongs to set of integer. So we can say that yes, this set along with the relation greater than equals to is what? Partially ordered set. So we can say that yes, this one is poset, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Let us take one more example. Let's say one set is given to you, set of positive integers on relation is what? Division, isn't it? So set of positive integers starts from 1, 1, 2, 3 and all, isn't it? 0 is not included in the set of positive integer because 0 is neither positive nor negative. 0 is neutral. Okay. So we can say that you only tell me, yes, this one is a poset or not. Yes, we can say that for every positive integer, for every a belongs to set of positive integer, a divides a, isn't it? A divides a. That's why we can say that this one is reflexive. Similarly, we can say that if a divides b and b divides a, this is possible if and only if a is equals to b. That's why we can say that this one is antisymmetric, isn't it? Okay. Next one, yes, you can write here if a divides b, and we can say that b divides a. This is possible if and only if a equals to b. Otherwise, we can say that if a divides b, then b doesn't divides a, unless we can say that both are same, isn't it? That's why we can say that that is antisymmetric. Similarly, if a divides b, b divides c, then we can say that a divides c as well. That's why it is transitive as well. So we can say that this set is what? Partially ordered set or coset. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay. Next one we'll see. Yes, let us consider one more example, example number 3. So that inclusion relation, inclusion means subset, is a partial ordering on the power set of a set capital S, isn't it? And we can say so that inclusion relation, that is subset, inclusion means subset, is a partial ordering on the power set of a set S. So we can say that yes, that is power set of a set S on subset. This one is poset or not? Yes, we'll see one by one. So you only tell me, let us consider, yes, we can say that let us consider a set S containing 3 elements 1, 2, 3. Then what will be the power set? You only tell me power set is a set of all subsets. So this one will be the power set. This one will be the power set, isn't it? Now you only tell me, yes, we can say that consider A, B and C. These are the subsets of set S, isn't it? So for every, we can say that subsets of A, B, C, or we can say that subsets A, B, C of a set S, we can say that, you only tell me, every set is a subset of itself or not? Yes, so we can say that this one is a reflexive, isn't it? For every A belongs to, yes, power set of the set, isn't it? Similarly, for every A comma B belongs to power set of the set S, we can say that if A is a subset of B, then B is not a subset of A unless A equals to B. That's why we can say that this one is antisymmetric as well. And third one, we can say that if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, then we can say that A will be the subset of C as well. So that's why we can say that this one will be the transitive as well, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So that's why we can say that this one is what? Partially ordered set. That's why it is known as poset. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So moving to the next one, let us consider next one. Let's say question number one, check whether set of integers on division is a poset or not. So Z on division is not a poset. Why? Because we can say that for reflexivity, we can say that every integer must divide itself. So you can say that 1 will divide 1, 2 will divide 2, but 0 does not divide 0. This form is what? Undefined, isn't it? So we can say that 0 does not divide 0, 0 does not divide 0. That's why we can say that hence it is not reflexive. Hence it is not reflexive. Why? Because for every element, yes, every element belongs to this particular set. We can say that must divide itself. But here one counter example we can see, one counter element we can pick, that is 0. 0 doesn't divide itself. That's why it is not reflexive. And if it is not reflexive, then we can say that it is not a poset. It is not a poset. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay. Next one, let us consider next question. Let's say check whether this empty set on less than equals to is a poset or not. Is a poset or not. So we can say that this one on less than equals to is not a poset because a relation always exists on non-empty set. Okay. During the definition of relations, I told you guys that the relation always exists on the non-empty set, isn't it? That's why we can say that this one is not a poset, isn't it? Okay. Similarly, you only tell me. Yes. Write down one note. You can see set of real numbers on less than equals to. This one is a poset or not? Yes. Every real number is less than equals to itself, isn't it? That's why we can say that reflexive. And if any real is less than equals to, let's say A is less than equals to B, then we can say that B is not less than equals to A unless both are same. So we can say that that is antisymmetric as well. And next one, we can say that if A is less than equals to B and B is less than equals to C, then A will be less than equals to C as well. So write down one note. This one is what we can say that is a well-known poset. Is a well-known poset. So why? Because this one is the well-known poset. That's why sometimes this notation is used to represent a poset, isn't it? Yes, this means that is poset. So little bit, this one is little bit tilted, isn't it? Almost same as we can say that less than equals to. But this symbol is used to represent in general for any poset, isn't it? Why? Because R or a set of real numbers on less than equals to is a well-known poset. That's why this notation is used sometimes, isn't it? Okay. So let us consider sometimes it will be given like that a poset on set P, isn't it? Yes, this one. So this one is what we can say that notation for poset, isn't it? Okay. So we can say that that is used. Okay. Similarly, we can say that, yes, let's say Second point in the note you can write down. Yes. Yes, this symbol is given that is also used to denote that A comma B belongs to set of real numbers, or we can say that, yes, we can say that, listen me correctly. Here we can say that A, this particular sign less than equals to B is also used to denote that A comma B belongs to relation R, isn't it? In any arbitrary coset that is S comma R, isn't it? So we can say that this is also used to denote that A comma B belongs to relation R in any arbitrary poset S comma R. Yes, that is the meaning of this particular sign. This is the notation. Means A and B are the elements, then A less than equals to B means what? This is the notation. This is not usual less than equals to. Sometimes it is used as a notation. The meaning of this one is what? We can say that A and B are related, and we can say that A comma B belongs to the relation R in any arbitrary poset S comma R. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So we can say that, yes, we can say that, yes, let's say it is written that this one, that means we can say that means what? A comma B belongs to relation R, isn't it? Or we can say that A is related with B. A is related to B in the relation R, isn't it? A is related to B. Okay. Next one. So let's say when A and B are elements of the poset, we can say that, let's say this is the poset, isn't it? So this is the notation for the poset. This is not usual less than equals to, isn't it? Then it is not necessary that either A is related to B or B is related to A, isn't it? For instance, let's say consider set of positive integers on division. So here we can say that 2 is not related with 3, is not related to 3. Why? Because 2 doesn't divides 3. And we can say that as well as 3 is not related to 2 because 2 doesn't divides 3, isn't it? So because 3 doesn't divides 2. So we can say that 2 is not related to 3 as well as 3 is not related to 2, because we can say that here, because 2 doesn't divides, because 2 doesn't divides 3, as well as here we can say that because 3 does not divides 2, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, so 2 is not related to 3, as well as we can say that 3 is not related to 2. Even then we can say that this one is a poset. Yes or no? We can say that this one is a poset. Yes, we recently we discussed this one is a poset. Is it? So we can say that, so in any poset we can say that for any element, let's say A, B, that is not necessary that either A is related to B or B is related to A. Isn't it? That is not compulsory. Isn't it? Okay. Next one we'll see what is the meaning of comparable elements. Comparable elements of a poset. So we can say that the elements, let's say A and B of a poset let's say this is the poset, are called comparable if either A is related to B or B is related to A, otherwise called incomparable, otherwise called incomparable, isn't it? So we can say that yes, the elements A and B are said to be comparable either if A is related to B or B is related to A, otherwise it is called incomparable, isn't it? Okay. So let us consider next one. Next one is what? That is totally ordered set. To set. What is totally ordered set? Totally ordered set, we can say that a totally ordered set first of all must be a poset, isn't it? Must be poset, and yes, we can say that for every a comma b, let's say that is as on, we can say that let's say this is a poset. Now this poset is said to be toset if we can say that for every a comma b belongs to set S, either we can say that A is related to B or B is related to A, then we can say that that is known as to set, isn't it? Okay. For example, let's say yes, remember for every a comma b means every pair of elements must be yes related. That means for any two element or for every two element we can say that either A is related to B or B is related to A, then that coset is also known as toset, isn't it? So let us consider one example. Let's say example number one, that on usual less than equal to, usual less than equals to is a toset, isn't it? Is a toset or not? Yes. First of all, we can check yes, this one is a poset because we can say that on the relation less than equals to it will be reflexive as well as antisymmetric and transitive. So first of all, it is poset, or we can say that here every pair of element will be yes comparable. Comparable in the sense we can say that here Z is the set of integers, so you can take any two integers, let's say 2 and 9, so we can say that 2 is less than equals to 9. Yes, that's why we can say that 2 is related with 9, isn't it? So 2 comma 9 belongs to the relation R. So here we can say that either yes we can say that A is related to B or B is related to A. So here we can say that 2 is related with yes 2 is related with yes 9, isn't it? But 9 is not related with 2. Why? Because 9 is not less than equals to 2. So 2 is less than equals to 9. So we can say that either 2 is related to 9 or 9 is related to 2. That will be allowed. So in this case 2 is related with 9. So that is allowed. So you can take any two integers. Guaranteed one will be less than equal to the other one. Yes or no? So here we can say that yes, both elements will be the comparable only, isn't it? So if every pair of elements is comparable, then that is also known as to set. So we can say that this one is the to set as well, isn't it? Okay. Okay, next one. Yes, let us take one more example. Let's say example number 2. Let's say here Z plus this set is given set of positive integer on division. So you know it is poset, well known poset. No problem at all. We discussed this one recently. Yes or no? Okay. Now you only tell me whether this one is a to set or not. If it is a to set, then it must be first poset. Yes, this is poset. Now every pair of element must be comparable. That means for A and B, for every pair A and B, either A must be related with B or B must be related with A. So you take any two numbers, let's say 2 and 5. Now you only tell me 2 divides 5 or not, 2 doesn't divides 5, isn't it? As well as we can say that 5 also doesn't divides 2. So we can say that neither 2 divides 5 nor 5 divides 2. That's why we can say that 2 comma 5 these are not comparable. So we can say that these elements 2 and 5 are not comparable. So we can say that here every pair of element is not comparable. That's why we can say that this is not a coset. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay. Next one, let us consider third one. That is, we can say that third one is well ordered set, coset. Third one is coset, well ordered set. So WOSET means what? First of all, WOSET must be what we can say that first of all, let's say one POSET is given. Let's say this is the given POSET. So this is the POSET. First of all, a WOSET must be TOSET, isn't it? Plus one more condition. Every we can say that non-empty subset S or subset of set S as a least element. So what does it mean? Yes, we will take one example. With that example, it will be clear to you guys. So WOSET means what? We can say that WOSET must be first of all TOSET, and in that TOSET, every non-empty subset of S has a least element. Then only we can say that that TOSET is the WOSET as well, isn't it? Okay. So let us consider one example. Let's say yeah, set of integers on the relation less than equals to, this one is a POSET, and we discussed it right now. Yes, it is well known POSET as well. Now we'll see this one is a, yes, this one is a WOSET or not. So Z is what? Set of integers. So take any subset of set of integer, let's say set of integers, set of negative integers. So set of negative integer is a subset of set of integers. Yes or no? Now in this subset, whether least element is present? No. No, we don't know. Negative means it will be go up to minus infinity. So we cannot say that which one is the least element. That's why we can say that least element is not defined. That's why we can say that this one is not a POSET. Not a WOSET, sorry. POSET is there. Yes, this one is POSET as well as TOSET, but it is not WOSET because least element, yes, consider any subset, or we can say that for every non-empty subset of S, it must be a or it must have a least element. But here I considered one subset that is set of negative integer, and in the set of negative integer there is no least element is present. That's why we can say that it is not a go set. Next one, let us consider one more example. Let's say example number 2, set of positive integers on less than equals to. So it is a TOE set. Yes, TOE set. Now you only tell me it is a WO set or not. Yes, you can consider any subset of set of positive integer. Let us I consider 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, this is the subset of this one or not? Yes, this has least element, that is we can say that 3. That's why it is a POSET. For any other subset, let's say consider Z plus itself. Yes, Z plus itself is a subset of Z plus. Yes or no? In Z plus also we can say that least element is what? We can say that 1. 1 is the least element. That's why it will be the POSET. You can consider any subset of this Z plus, we can say that guaranteed that will contain the least element. That's why it is a WO set. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Next one, you only tell me example number 3. Let's say set of positive real numbers on less than equals to. So this one is a PO set, as well as we can say that this is a TO set. Now, yes, we can say that for WO set, yes, consider R plus means what? Positive real numbers. So we can say that let us consider one subset of this one, that is 0, 1. 0, 1, yes, is a subset of R plus 1. This range means elements between 0 and 1. These are, we can say that subsets of positive real numbers. So in between, we can say that in 0 is not a positive number. So here 0 is not included. So just after 0, what will be the least, we can say that real number we cannot predict, we cannot determine, yes or no? Why? Because first real number that is positive will be, we don't know whether it is 0, 0, 0, 0, I don't know, something will be there. So we don't know what is the, yes, the least real number in this particular subset of the given set, yes or no? So because infinite number of real numbers will be there between 0 and 1, but we cannot predict which one is smallest because 0.0000 don't know, yes, how many times. So we don't know the least element, and 0 is not included here because R plus means positive real numbers and 0 is neither positive nor negative, isn't it? That's why we can say that this is not the O set, isn't it? This is not the O set, means this is not the well ordered set. And let us consider one final example. Let's say example number 4. Here let's say, yes, one set is given to you R plus union with 0 on less than equals to. Means 0 is also included here. Now you only tell me this one is poset or not. Yes, this one is poset. This one is toset as well. Yes, you can check this one is toset as well. Because every element, every pair of element will be comparable here, isn't it? Okay. Next one, whether this one is O set or not. For O set, we'll say, let us consider one, yes, this particular subset that belongs to, or that is the subset of, we can say that this given set, R plus union with 0. Now you only tell me, let's say 2 is not included. Now you only tell me 2.00000, don't know which one is the least, isn't it? So we can say that in this particular, yes, we can say that in this particular example, or we can say that we took one subset and we cannot find out the least element in this subset. So we can say that, yes, we can say that this one is not a O set. So alternatively, you can say that, yes, we can say that, in other words, you can write down one note. In other words, we can say that a TOE set is a O set if the set S contains least element and all elements are discrete. All elements are discrete. That means it discrete means, let us consider, let's say set of integers. This is a discrete set, and set of real number is a continuous set. Means if we draw the graph, then we can graph will be continuous, isn't it? So we can say that, yes, if the TOE set is called as O set if it is containing least element and as well as, yes, all elements are discrete, isn't it? Then we can say that that particular set is what? Yes, that is also known as O set. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So that's all about, we can say that O set, TOE set and O set. We discussed what is partial ordered set, what is totally ordered set, and what is well ordered set. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay guys, so thank you so much.